The Insured Zone. The Insured Zone with Bet Insured.
After the English FA Cup last weekend at the English Premier League is back, guys. Welcome to another interesting episode of the Ensure Zone podcast brought to you by Bet Ensure, the biggest and the most reliable sport prediction platform you can find anywhere in the world. I am FM Karik, and the usual suspect is here with me, Kaka, in the building. Kaka, how are you doing?
I'm wonderful. How are you doing yourself?
Fantastic. This weekend at the big one of Manchester United versus Manchester City.
Yeah, the Manchester
What is happening in Manchester United?
Yeah.
No one can tell for now.
Yeah, no one can tell for now. It's been tragedy upon tragedy. I mean, they are probably. Not probably. They are out of the
FA Cup, yes.
FA Cup, and that means they are out of all competitions. Because I don't see them winning the Premier League again this season. So, and the fewest matches they will be playing in an entire season since 1911. I mean, that shows how crazy it has been in that club. But yeah, the Manchester derby, I mean, games like this, most of the time, I don't usually use it to divine Manchester United. They always seem to turn up when it comes to these big games. And on the other side of Manchester City, they seem to be getting along well, but they've lost two of their key defenders, and I'm sure that would play a big part in this game.
Of course, this will play a big part in this game. But guys, let's go to the prediction from last weekend. Let's see how well they came out. Of course, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also log on to www.betensure.com to get interesting predictions across all sport. And without wasting time, let's dive straight into it. The first match we'll be looking at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea will be hosting Brentford.
Yeah, the continual reign of Liam Rossino. He had a good win in his debut against Charlton Athletic, and he'll be looking to make his stamp. Make a statement in front of the fans at Stamford Bridge. But yeah, Brentford on the other hand, they are flying. I think they sit fifth in the table right now. I mean, how crazy how I had them to be in the relegation battle this season. How wrong I was. But yeah. Coming into this one, Chelsea have struggled over the last weeks, and it's a West London derby. Yeah, I expect them to turn up, and I expect them to put on a show for this. I mean, to impress the
new manager.
Exactly, it will not be easy, but I think Chelsea will scrap this one.
So it will not be easy, but then Chelsea will scrap this one, guys. And let's go to our prediction of this game between Chelsea and Brentford. Also, we have predicted over 2.5 at 1.71 odds, 2-1 the predicted scoreline, and over 1.5 at 1.20 odds for the expert prediction. And to the big one, we started with Manchester United at home to Manchester City.
Yeah, the Manchester derby, although Manchester City have always at the edge, but at Old Trafford, it's a different ball game entirely. With the coming back of Bomo and Ahmad and
the inclusion of Semenyo
in Manchester City, yeah. But you look at the defense line of Manchester City, and you think Manchester United will have their chances against in the absence of Ruben Dias and Isco Vardio. So coming to this one, I expect goals in this one, and I expect Manchester United to actually, because at this point, they have nothing else to lose. They just have to focus on the league and probably end top 4, top 5. But yeah, Manchester City would look at the league standing as well, and you think if they drop points in this game, that's probably it.
It's really difficult catching.
I expect goals, like I said, and probably an hard win for Manchester City.
Of course, goals probably are not win for Manchester City, according to Kaka. Guys, let's go to our prediction of this game between Manchester United and Manchester City.
Yes, in this one we have predicted both teams to score at 1.47 odds, and 1-2 is the expected scoreline in this one. Second half over 1 at 1.24 is the experts' prediction in this game.
And on to the next, yes, at Anfield, the champions, they will be hosting Burnley in another interesting Premier League game.
Yeah, not to go far, I expect Liverpool winning this one.
A straight one.
A straight win for this one. And Slots will be looking left, right, and centre. And you think any manager, who's probably the next manager that might get the sack if things doesn't go well, you think and Slots. Although Liverpool have always been there to give managers time, but I think he's getting back his groove, and I think this game presents another opportunity for him to make. To continue, not really a statement, but to continue the run of good form they've been having. And yeah, I expect nothing less than a Liverpool win at Anfield.
Liverpool to win this one, according to Kaka. Guys, let's go to our prediction of this game between Liverpool and Burnley. Of course, we have predicted a Liverpool straight win at 1.26 odds. 2-0, the predicted scoreline, and second half over 1 at 1.24 odds. For the expert prediction. And straight to the next one, and Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal.
Yeah, at the City ground, Shandike, I think they are probably safe for now. They have a 7 points gap between them and their closest likely rival, which is West Ham, who sits in 18th. They sit in 17th, Nottingham, and 7 points is quite a lot in the Premier League. It's a lot, and I don't think you expect a team like West Ham probably to do so well in the remaining part of the season. I don't see them coming out well. But yeah, coming into this one, you would expect Nottingham to probably solidify their status in the Premier League and give Arsenal a run for their money. I expect them to be defensively compact and Arsenal to probably have the whole of possession come at them, because Arsenal will look at this opportunity. Manchester City playing early in the day, and whatever outcome in that one, I think it probably have psychological effect on Arsenal. If Manchester City drop point at Old Trafford, they would be so hopeful for it, just to extend the gap. And if Manchester City win against Manchester United, the pressure is on Arsenal. So yeah, I don't see a lot of goals in this one. I really don't see a lot of goals in this one. But I think Arsenal will just sneak this one.
Arsenal probably to sneak this one. Guys, let's go to our prediction of this game between Nottingham Forest and Arsenal.
Yes, we've predicted a win or draw, which is X2 at 1.16 odd. And the expected scoreline in this one is 0-1 in favor of Arsenal. And the experts' prediction in this one is under 3.5 at 1 point.
And straight to the next game, Tottenham Hotspurs versus West Ham. Tottenham again.
Yes, again, we've always been talking about Tottenham and their inconsistency. Their manager, Thomas Frank, I'm sure will be another manager that a lot of people will probably be looking at. Probably the board, especially the board of Tottenham, will be looking at. And if results do not improve, in the coming weeks, I think he might as well just get a sack as well. Coming to this one,
but for West Ham, that's also struggling.
Exactly, West Ham side that is struggling is probably an understatement at this point. They seem, Espirito Santo doesn't seem to have a solution. I think they've signed a lot of under-par players for him. They've signed a lot of below average players for that team. For the caliber of a team like West Ham, they seem to have the cash to throw around. But probably their scouting has been poor recently, and they rely so much on Bowen to get the job done for them, and a tree does not make a forest. So yeah, coming into this one, yeah, I think Tottenham wins this one, especially playing at home in front of their fans with really struggling West Ham side. So I expect Tottenham winning this one.
Also, Tottenham expected to win in this one. Guys, let's go to our prediction of this game between Tottenham and West Ham. Of course, we have predicted that over 2.5 at 1.78 odds, or 2-1 the predicted scoreline, and over 2 at 1.30 for the expert prediction. Now, guys, let's go straight to the rest of our picker from the English Premier League and also the bonus picker from the Spanish La Liga and the Italian Serie A, and also our expert 20-odd weekend banker, specially curated by our experts, yes, at Bet Ensured on 1xBet. And guys, straight to the Lucky 12 for free predictor. Remember, you stand a chance of winning $200. Yes, $200. If you log on to www.betensured.com, there you find the Lucky 12 free predictor where you can stand the chance of winning $200. Yes, if you can get 8, 9, 10, 11 predictions correctly, there are also bonus for you. So don't miss out on this. $200 is up for grabs. And also, big thank you to you for staying tuned on the Ensure Zone podcast. We'll make a return next weekend. And remember, right here on the Ensure Zone podcast, we don't just predict the future, we ensure it. Bye for now.